Welcome back. We have the Giants Week 5 highlights film review here. It's going to be a fun game to watch, honestly. One of my favorite Giants games in a long time, I feel like, because of how unexpected it was and being 8-point underdogs, getting the win in London. Pretty awesome. So, first play, Giants on defense, 3rd and 8. This was the Aaron Rodgers maneuvering the pocket, making a great throw. And honestly, in live time, you guys saw my reaction. I thought it was intercepted. I really did. Volume's kind of loud, my bad. But I really did think Julian Love had this interception. I'm not going to lie. Like, when I was watching this live, I was like, holy crap, interception first drive. And didn't exactly turn out that way. It just looked like Love jumped in front of it, but of course it went right to Randall Cobb. Good pass rush, though, for the Giants. I'll give them that. Packers over midfield, toss to Dillon. And they had their run game kind of working early. That's like a 7-8 yard gain. And I don't know why the Packers went away from it, but they did, so... And that was a Don Martindale special right here. This was one where, Rodgers came out on the Pat McAfee show and definitely complimented Don Martindale. He's a tough guy to play against. The Giants had 7 guys at the line. And they sent 6 of them, or 5 of them. I think one extra guy dropped. But you saw the pressure there. Unblocked guys, got in Rodgers' face. Incomplete pass, inaccurate to Aaron Jones. Packers settle for 3. Even 46 yards, not a high percentage field goal, but Mason Crosby, been around for a while, of course, he makes that. So 3-0 Green Bay. Giants had a 3rd and 4. This was a swing to Barkley. I think Daniel Jones expected him to be a bit out in front of where that ball was, a little miscommunication. So the Giants' offense in the first quarter wasn't pretty. I think we know that. Packers had so many quick screens, but this one was sniffed out. Good job there by Jihad Ward. One of the vocal leaders on this defense. 3rd and 13, Giants offense. They tried the screen. Jones had to double clutch it. That had no chance of working. So the Giants offense didn't really have much going early, as I mentioned. Why are they showing a punt? What happened here? Was this the fumble that they didn't recover? I'm trying to think of what happened here. Amari Rodgers. Oh, he fumbled. Yeah, Packers recovered. That's right. I was pissed. I was like, we need something like that. We need some type of turnover like that, but unfortunately it didn't happen right there. Rodgers fake to Dillon. Time to throw. Over the middle, wide open. Romeo Doubs. I would assume that was zone because I don't know why the entire middle of the field was open right there. Yeah, you got guys backpedaling. I'm assuming it was zone and there was just no linebacker in the area, so... I guess that wasn't the best play call in that situation. 2nd and 13. Rodgers was going to check it down. Then he took a deep shot, going for Tanya, and then there was the pass interference on McKinney. And this was bullcrap, by the way. I mean, look, shout out to Robert Tonyan, but this was a flop. 100% a flop. I don't know if they show a replay, but just bullcrap, this call. We've seen some bad officiating calls this weekend. This wasn't the worst. You can see it right here. This was a flop. I mean, get the hell out of here. I was not happy when I saw that. So this was the Lazard bubble screen. You see Dobbs blocking down there. The Giants just no answer right there. That was just terrible. So here's when the Giants offense got better. When they started doing play action. And that's when the Packers defense really just didn't have answers. I think this was the crosser to Darius Slayton. And Jones made a great throw here. Yeah, this was it. Okay. Awesome throw by Jones on that one. But when they started doing those quick play action passes, the Giants offense started moving. And I guess this is when it started. It was 10-0 Green Bay. Another quick play action. Almost got sacked right there. And Jones has done a really good job in this game, just getting through his progressions quickly. You see him looking down the field, then he works to the shorter part of the field and sees his check down right here. He's about to get sacked, obviously, from his from his right side, and he just completed a pass to Bellinger, who, Bellinger's having a good rookie season. He's definitely not going to be an offensive rookie of the year, but he's making contributions to the Giants. This was shitty. This was a drop. Saquon, just one that if he caught, I think turns into a first down. Preston Smith was on the pass rush, blocker out here. I would assume Saquon catches this and probably, comes around over here and picks up the first, but missed opportunity, so that sucked. Was this the Graham Gano field goal? Yes, it was. Graham Gano's been automatic, 48 yards. Of course he makes it. Of course he makes it. 10-3 Green Bay. And then I believe this was the Mercedes Lewis touchdown drive. 2nd and 7, swing. Micah McFadden there on playing linebacker for the Giants. We saw mostly Tate Crowder and mostly Jalen Smith, but we did see some Micah McFadden. Once again, another quick pass. Just simple stuff to the flat. I mean, it was so frustrating watching this. You know what I mean? Just so simple. Excuse me. You had a corner playing 10 yards off. You had McFadden over here playing like 6 yards off and just, let me throw it to the flat. I have a blocker up here, and their backup tight end here works the sideline, picks up, the first down. Another quick one. Aaron Jones, first down. And like you're watching this, and we're like, why can't we stop this? It was so frustrating, but they had answers in the second half, thankfully. Aaron Jones, third down run. I remember Rodgers audibled out of that, or audibled into that, I should say, and they picked up a first down, so he probably saw something that worked out pretty well. Another quick pass. Another almost touchdown right here. Moreau almost missed the tackle. He did miss the tackle, but he had help. They get to a 1st and goal situation, or 2nd and 1 now. This was the really creative play here. Fake, another fake, turnaround, wide open. Mercedes Lewis, first touchdown of the season. So, as I said, that was a great play call. Can't be mad at that. This was the big Saquon run, left side. Good blocking by Breda. Good job by Bellinger right here, blowing up Jair Alexander. I thought Saquon was gone, I'm not going to lie. On stream, I thought he was gone. You guys saw my reaction. I thought he was gone right there, but definitely a much-needed big play for the Giants offense. Those Wildcats have been working so far this year. Another quick play action. Jones. Another really good job of going through his progressions. Like you can see Jones, once again, works up the field. I think he was going through the first progression. Then he has the second one, doesn't see it. Third guy over here, bottom of the screen. He sees Slayton breaking to the sideline. Has a nice throw outside the numbers. That was good. So he's showing growth, definitely. We have time. 3rd and 13. Wide open Richie James. I guess this was the play where Devondre Campbell was just way out of place right here. He was supposed to be more in the middle of the field, and he just, I don't know why he collapsed to the sideline, but he did. So that helped. Good strike there by Jones. Good catch by Richie James. 3rd and 9. This was a good throw as well. And good job by Slayton right there, picking up the extra yards. I mean, Jones put that in the most perfect of spots, and Slayton put his hand in the ground, literally, picked up the extra yards, and this was the trick play. And I was thinking right here, I think he wanted to throw this ball, Bellinger, but nothing was open, so he ran it in. I mean, that works. We'll take that. You don't see many tight end rushing touchdowns that way, but the Giants' offense has been very creative so far this year, so you'd like to see that. Rodgers throws. Tunyon. Tony Jefferson on the tackle right there. Second half winding down. He finds a wide open Randall Cobb. Darnay Holmes struggling in coverage right there. 3rd and 10. Pressure from Pressure from Kayvon. Julian Love. This was a good tackle, too, because he tackled him inbounds. This was big because the Packers had no timeouts, as you can see. So he made them rush to get the field goal unit on, but 20 seconds was a lot of time, so it didn't really bother the Packers. But it is better than completely stopping the clock. So they made them rush a bit. They still got it off. Another nice long field goal from Mason Crosby. Packers up 10 in the at halftime. But that was the last time they would score a point. Slayton, good catch again on a crosser. Gets right to midfield. Another play action. And it works again. That was Slayton again, I believe. Yep. A 14-yard gain. A lot of Darius Slayton crossing routes in this game. It worked out. There was a stat I heard that the Packers gave up the most yards on crossing routes this year, so the Giants had a good game plan once again, and good quarterback draw right there, using Daniel Jones' legs. Another one right here, 3rd and 8. Didn't work this time, but I don't mind the call. You settle for 3, not the worst thing. Make it a one-possession game. Give it to your reliable kicker. And the Packers' offense in the second half, they did not do much. You saw this good throw, okay. You had backups in. Nick McLeod was in coverage right there, so it happens. Giants had a few cornerback injuries this game. Dillon bounced it to the edge. Nice run, 11 yards. Like at this point, it seemed like the Giants' defense had no answers. It was annoying. Dexter Lawrence chases him out. Good job there. And this was the Randall Cobb sideline catch, which I believe, yeah, they called it incomplete, but I think they challenged it, overturned it, yeah. You could tell that right foot was dragging. It was close, but you could see those little, the pellets or whatever in the turf kicking up, so good catch by Cobb. Pressure, sack. This was a big play. Huge play in this game. We didn't realize it much at the time because, the Packers' offense was rolling, but you see the score here, Giants down 7. The Packers are pretty much right in field goal range. The 36-yard line, Mason Crosby's already made a couple, 46, 48-yard field goals in this game, and Dexter Lawrence has a huge sack to knock them out of field goal range. So instead of the score being 23-13 after this, the Packers had the punt. It stayed 20-13. And this was the big Daniel Jones drive, I believe, 92 yards, late third quarter. Dump it down to Matt Breida. On 2nd 11, you pick up a first down. That dude got knocked over on the sideline. Bet Devontae Adams knows a bit about that. Another play action, quick one. This scared me, but this was a good run by Jones. This scared me. That clock in his head, it went off at just the right time because this looked like it was going to be a strip sack, fumble. Right about here. It was like, oh my gosh, like you got to get out of here. And he did. Good job by Jones, like kind of changing direction right there. Getting the first down. I forget what the flag was. It might have been defensive holding. Jones over the middle. Good throw again. And once again, I'm going to compliment him just going through the progressions. First look's here to Breida. You see if he's open on this swing pass. Second look is right here, I believe, on the curl. You see he's covered by Devondre Campbell. Then his last read's going to come over here to the middle. And right before he gets sacked, he gets this throw off in time, puts in a good spot for Bellinger. So you see Jones is going through progressions. He's improving as a quarterback. That's all you could ask for. Play fake, steps up, runs. First down, all right. This was another very impressive Daniel Jones play that gets me excited. Because I feel like Jones in the past is probably taking the quick one right here. I feel like Jones in the past would have said, like, I'm just going to get rid of this ball and throw it to Richie James right here for like a short gain. But he lets this play develop. He has a guy chasing him down, okay, but still, he waits for the longer play to develop. It's there. Throws to Marcus Johnson, one of our practice squad guys. That's what I mean. You see the progression. You see the improvement from Daniel Jones. And right here, you see I almost call him Kenny Stills every time I talk about him. David Sills with the catch right here. Turns around. It took a bit to develop here, but luckily Sills turned around, made the catch. First and goal. This was the first career touchdown for Gary Brightwell. Evan Neal pushed him in right there. A good job. And honestly, you can make the argument that was Daniel Jones' best drive of his entire Giants career. 92 yards, no Saquon Barkley on the field, playing with backups at pretty much every skill position. So you can definitely make the case against a good Packers pass defense. Here we go, Packers offense. Rodgers tries it deep, and this is Fabian Moreau again. And I thought Lazard caught this on the ricochet. It would have been such a great catch. But once again, Fabian Moreau showing up when you need him the most. He's had 3 key pass breakups the past 2 games. Here's one that gave us all a heart attack if you saw this play. The ball that went off of Jason Pinnock's hand and was a live ball. Right here, this is a live ball. It's right in front of number 25 right here. Luckily, it trickles out of bounds. I mean, that would have been just catastrophe right there for the Giants. Very tragic. Jason Pinnock got to get the hell out the way. You take over, good field position. Saquon was still... Oh, there's Saquon. Saquon on the crosser. Wide open. Darnell Savage juked out of his shoes. And Saquon with a huge gain. I think at this moment right here is when it hit me like, holy crap, we might win this game. Like, that's when it hit me. Right at this moment. Because you're already in field goal range after that play. Saquon in the Wildcat. Gary Brightwell gets the lead block. Bang. Saquon, little finger roll. Giants take the lead. I mean, that would pretty much be the final score. Of course, you needed a final stop on Rodgers. It's not going to be easy. They drove the ball down the field pretty much. Back pedals, and on 3rd and 4 finds Robert Tonyan. He was into block, then he leaked out. Wasn't accounted for. Quick pass, Randall Cobb. That's what burnt them in the first half for sure. Packers go back to it. Randall Cobb had 99 yards in this game. This one pissed me off. If you guys watch me in stream, I literally called this out before it happened. Not to say like that's a good call out because you can see it, but like 3rd and 2, right? 2 yards to go. I'm like, Allen Lazard is going for an out route right here. And like just 2 seconds later, the exact thing happens because you got a corner playing like 8-9 yards off. Like, what do you expect? All that needed to happen here was Rodgers calls hike. Lazard goes out right beyond the first down marker, and he catches it right here. And that's exactly what happened. It was so easy to tell. But the Giants just played so far off. I know you're playing with backups. That's Justin Lane, I believe, right there. But it was mad annoying. I'm like, how can you not see that? I don't know if that's like an RPO. It might have been Robert Tonyan in the flat. Packers like slowly chipping away here. That was the batted up ball. There's a minute left in the game right here, so we're getting down to crunch time. But this was the play where Rodgers threw it off of Kayvon Thibodeau's shoulder pad. Batted up in the air, and you see Tate Crowder almost makes the game-sealing interception. But the Packers had one more shot at it. 4th and 2 play. You see all these guys at the line here, sending pressure. You had Lazard one-on-one on the outside with Nick McLeod, which could have been bad news, but you see 2 guys jumping at the ball here. But this would have been a problem. I really do think if he gets this throw off, there's a good chance the Packers tie this game because you had Allen Lazard with Aaron Rodgers. They have great red zone chemistry already. I mean, they've been playing together for a few years, but I think Lazard has like 3 touchdowns or 4 already. So you have a young corner, Nick McLeod, very inexperienced, and that could have been bad. So that's a game-saving play right there by Xavier McKinney. Great call by Don Martindale, and it worked out. At this point, it wasn't mathematically over, so I was happy at this moment, but I wasn't ready to call it game just yet because you never know. Daniel Jones did his delay taking a knee, just buying as much time as possible. And here's the play where they're going to hold on purpose. Gillian to the corner, runs out of bounds. 27-22. So here we go. 7 seconds to go. This was right after the false start. I mean, before we even get into this, look at Kayvon Thibodeau. I get it. He has not had a sack yet this year. We're hoping for better statistics, but look how quickly he gets by his guy on one of the most important pass rushing opportunities of the entire game. And I think that's Bakhtiari, right? 69, yeah. I mean, that's one of the better left tackles in the league when he's healthy. And then, of course, Zimenez came in, and I really thought Rodgers got hurt here, too. I did. And I like Rodgers, so I was kind of concerned for a bit, but this looked like a tough hit. Oof. Ball's recovered. They blow the play dead, and that was it. The Giants get themselves a 5-point victory against the Packers. Daniel Jones was not sure if it was over yet, so I don't blame him. Kayvon dapping up Rodgers. Just crazy, man. Just one of my favorite Giants games in a long time. As I said, this was my favorite Giants win probably since 2016 Sunday Night Football versus Dallas. I mean, this was such a great game. It sucked getting up early. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a morning person, but it was definitely worth it. So, man, after this, I mean, I expect the Giants to be in that playoff conversation. I mean, at 3-1, it was like, okay, maybe they got some lucky wins, blah blah blah. But when you beat a team like Green Bay, I mean, that's it. You're pretty for real at that point. So the Giants hopefully will start getting more respect. But yeah, it was just awesome. So hopefully we keep this going. Get the Ravens on Sunday. I'll have a preview for that out on Friday. So stay tuned for that. But I think the Giants are like 5.5 underdogs. So once again, not much respect going our way. But, it is what it is. The Giants will be underdogs for a while because the Giants don't have the best roster. But our coaching is top notch. So the Giants coaching can hopefully keep us in just about any game. The Ravens have their deficiencies, especially on defense. Their secondary, they lost one of their best secondary members for, what's his name, Marcus Williams, for the entire season, I think it is, or maybe he's on IR or something like that. He's definitely not playing next week. So Marcus Williams, they got from the Saints, he's out. So you never know. We'll find out what happens here. But the Giants' offense continues to grow, get better. That's all you can ask for. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you're enjoying this, victory week. I know we say victory Monday, but victory week. And I'll talk to you guys on Friday.